I know you've been through some hard times. I know there's been some places in your life where you feel like, you know what, you can't just get through that. You can't just keep going, but you have to. Why? Because you have a purpose. Again, I don't know what that purpose is, but I promise you that you guys have a purpose. You know what the crazy thing about it is? Sometimes you may not be the light. You may be the one who's holding the light. Most of us don't know how to do that. Taking control of your life, overcoming doubt and other people's opinions, and overcoming adversity, the hard times, which everybody goes through. I don't care who you are going to go through some hard times. So before I was even born, my mom didn't expect to have a baby because my mom was on drugs. The doctor said you're 6 months pregnant, but your baby will be born with Down syndrome. And at this time, of course, my mom stopped the drugs. And when she stopped the drugs, I was born 3 months later, a healthy baby. I told you guys, this woman said, I don't know who you are, but your baby's name would be known all over the world. And at this time, I thought it was going to be for the most wanted list, because that's where I come from. Where I come from, people go to prison, people are going in and out of jail, people are doing drugs, people are getting into crimes, people are doing all these bad things. And so when I first heard these words, when my mom used to tell me, I did not think that my voice was going to carry around. I know you've been through some hard times. I know there's been some places in your life where you feel like, you know what, you can't just get through that. You can't just keep going, but you have to. Why? Because you have a purpose. Again, I don't know what that purpose is, but I promise you that you guys have a purpose. You know what the crazy thing about it is? You may not be the light. You may be the one who's holding the light. And what I mean by that is my grandmother went through it all. My grandmother was not blessed with the most materialistic thing, with the most money, with the best health. But my grandmother came into my life to hold the light so I could be the light. So you got to understand, like, your purpose is important. You are great. You are phenomenal. You can get through anything and everything, but it has to start with you.
How do you measure the amount of encouragement that you have in your life? And that's through self-belief. See, that's another responsibility that we have of being our best selves. Because when those doubts, the whispers of doubts that come in and become a little too loud, you'll know how to dismiss that distraction. And another responsibility is when adversity comes knocking, those hard times come approaching in your doorstep, you'll know how to respond with a sense of encouragement, a sense of self-belief, knowing how to be a leader to overcome those hard times, because whatever was sent to break you simply couldn't. So the more time that we spend in making sure that we become our best selves is the more time that we have to be able to manifest what it is that we want to be. I think fear is such a constricting asset that prevents us from moving in the spaces that we're meant to be moving in. It constricts us from meeting our full potential. And I think that when we finally navigate around fear and understand that fear is just a mindset, then we start to grow in avenues and places and start to elevate in areas in our life that we never expected.
I remember I had this conversation with my mom. I realized, I said, Mom, you know what? For so long in my life, I used to be so angry. For so long in my life, I used to, every single time you would call, every single time, like, Mom, I love you, but I don't know what this anger is. I don't know what this hurt is. But starting today, I'm going to take control of my life. There is somebody that has something over you. Yes, you may come from foster care. Yes, you may come from poverty. Yes, you may come from homeless. Yes, your parents may be on drugs. Yes, somebody may molested you. But you got to understand that those who do that to you, if you are controlled by that, you will never take control of your life. Our life is a beautiful thing, and if we do not take control of our life, then we can't be the best person we're made out to be, because everybody has a purpose. There are going to be people that will say no to you constantly. There are going to be people that will hate you. There are going to be people that won't believe in you. But let me tell you this. If you believe in yourself, you can take control of your life.
Do what it is that you believe that you're destined and desired to do. See, I need you guys to do me a favor. Do me a quick favor. Grab your fists and hold them like this. See, a lot of the times in our life, what we're doing is we're doing this. We're walking around with closed potential, holding on to the things of our past, holding on to the things that we fear, the hesitations, the doubts. We're holding on to the idea and the concept of what was once was. And when you have your fist closed like this, you can't receive. You can't open up. You can't accept what is supposed to be yours. But once I